supremacy for no ne omo ye ne se ene nyina institutions a womo institute ewo kwasiko kokro mo no eye institutional number 1 e ka tutu for share enti ye no institutional racism ya ene ne nyina no ewo obi a oti abuche dia onim wa ba mu ba ewa passport no ye dia ma wo o kai passport mu din ya wo be so ya kire wase se wo se nipa we even though we are American na so ha na ofiri even ye makro la be wo mo ha ye passport mo mo ya kire wo so ba bia ofiri na obi a wetini a kire wase adwe be no wonya ya o de kire wase to begin with enti wuti abrochire na wo de wonya kokofuru bi area ebusia wa de kire wo se wo na woga na dan ground ro photo a wudi nkwas ma yesa de na na fi wo se aha wo beto kotoka ka wo beto no ka no okotoka no bi o wutua ka no se wudi photo no wanti manya ya na sa be de ka no nya wutua nyina aye connect to grab enti way hye a wuti am is look enti white supremacy a police for amu no say te say George Floyd no incident then nam stop time you go sa niam Abraham Lincoln I can say young emancipation emra yeah you declare that emancipation June 19 in America mo festival fe no June 10 sa June 10 no na ye won prophobia mo southern belt wa baby to say Florida your friend say we Texas California Arizona no Nevada Nevada no na kwa no mo hon omo hu se bibi sa aba into June 19 and na mo ko wa ye ko catch mo say mo etuntumfa mo ha mo ye adwuma ewo nkrofo efami na yi no ene no ye twa nkwasom no mu nti efre ne ko mo nye nkwa bio omane ye omampani o we declare say mo bia obi ahwe na wanfo obi asa akwa no enso ne wo nkrofo a omo ye nkwa nti wote say ye ka June 10 no a e kire say eye day a emancipation no was what announced say efre ne ko obi anya akwa bio but e besim ne from that time e besim ne ebusuya more than 300 years ago no still anu se wuti America bruchimem wuti yuka bruchimem ball ayeboy ube hu se obi bo ball na obi de kwadu ebe gina wo fa no na e kire nkrofo se obi eyakoa the idea of white supremacy eno na ewuli ewiase nti so be that system a wo bobo so ni na no enkrofo a ene ne nyina no wo mukuta mu twe se omo ma tuntumfo kwa ma ye ho ntoyen enti wo mu de leaders omo training leaders as leaders mu bi and the be amu yojo enti some media houses now we see and is being controlled by these people omo do wo ko wura be bia to me ahihye some day I no ka say no those are the places here America otuntum bi wa bia enim eno to na kufo do de program for the year of return no otuntum for the place omo pese omo relocate eba Africa sa tuntum for we omo de omo dwe no ma say there bi bibi ankoyi na when na OGB hu a ye frefre Ghana fo nyane se abusuafo mo man ka ya mo me se ebre bi be ba wa hu abrofo be ka chom se ahotre no aba wa hu covid ba de si ye eno ye ho tete ho nti na wonsam na ye ka wa se no video a wo de wani ko hwe ye no wa hu de abrofo be ye be bia ye ko sorry Roman Catholic Methodist Anglican please OGB is a non-religious entity ye entire will be a no credit person establish sound sorry mo nyina ko so mo de ba nyina no na enkwa mo hwe ne maboni a ye de mo FM room of no return ye na nanom ye say obi wu no dem ni adade nyina ko hwe video a ye hwe nyina no e kire wo se bribi ekoso na omo da so a omo ye no tintintintin ya omo kutam mo so omo nya mu ne no bagya mu kina if is abrofo nim se so omo makoma ye ni eba ya ho so a ade a yayi omo de aye no anhwe ya revenge ya be bo so no minim ahwe be show nyina se enu nti na ma omkuta sukutem nti America police system amu police she obi na okukum tuntum for basa san krofo ni bi na mokobra ho obekọ judgment obi ya de obi to say Bill Cosby wa bone bra ko tru baby ko kan se bia ko ye yes dabi ade we no ko ye enti na ednatum na ne fra wo ya che no ednatum na obi to say president ya obetwem ya oye Donald Trump and someone appear free no basa Obama e ko kan sanse bia ka ye to aba no but papa kan sanse nyina no ya to aba no asa de ma no enti way an evidence of white supremacy said is here tuma wo ye tuntuma ade bia be ye bia no enye But we ye obi a we ye kwesiko konko ade a. Ucha ntro kra no eh mama yemfa ne ni so. Ebe ko. Gaddafi omutu sisoko. San grofo kwa no kroma no. Wo mu nyina revolt ba yi na no. Eye white supremacy and the lead is ane ma no. Ebe ka Ghana for. Enti se na wadi kan kasa education no e de nya no. Eno so kan obi. Now, me pese your friend said me the question be a bansana yako during colonialism. And then my question so no. What that woman. But question no has to do with that. About the bond of 1844. Nti msabe ndako walk us through my the brief history and yet the question don't be during colonization no and then the course especially Ghana and my course signed the bond of 1844. I think said Berlin conference so maybe a course so bet me look for so in and say na we no person no my the original truth about it is already me that say mo no e amount now what to your boss I will get through during the colonization. Thank you very much.
Oh, say, medase. Now, white supremacy, as I'm okay. We are institutions in our money anymore. Wait when you're brony and akoma, yeah. But the culture, the system itself is built on white supremacy. And our Karukumba we see media, finance everywhere. We have to do one, or so it is animal, yasi. Obi Kumba was so kundu. Born of 1844, abroad from the catcher say. Union Fantifo ne asenfo ne denkyerafo bi kosensan document ka kire Britain bro abrofo se omomabo omo ban se ye nokore ba me de broni aka bia no e fa ye ho a menyintum. As a matter of fact mpanyifo kire se as ba bi omo san ye no broni no kura no use asemfa se o se ha na o share da onya sa document no wa fi wo trash ye no kura. So na etuo no modisi omo so go ka for because there because broni ka tell say yes I pen e frɛ omo ya wa pen e frɛ omo so what is omo so mfantifo no mo di tuo bi atwene ho meje tuba ntomo me sebe mfantifo yenyan mfantifo no mo nye kwasafo but once omo twitwa sa ntro we nyina me ato yetrim omo no mo di siani ekon bebre o mo di Portuguese fo ko no mo ni Dutch fo ko no mo ni Britain fo ko na kwasi broni so na di yeso enso so oni bi ma meka momu a there's no way. For instance o mo ni asante fo ntokoi so amefa ebi mo a o mo nim ha ankofa bi mo amfiri ba bi bebre a me johnny a there's no way a o betimi akoba bi ada. Up until 1900 only about 10% of Africa and na abrofo na timi akoho o mo ba ye nyina no mo na mpona no dodo no na mpona no pe Ombe ko inside the cry and crofo ya na no mo sere mo do bako. Omuko tra Berlin. Omoko sensan sa no ma no mo chicha Africa mu no. Eho na sebe omode di yenya paaye. Omuka say we under Britain, we under France. Ho and almost started so omode omo sorry no mo school no famu no. Eno na sebe high. But me nyintum say abrofo di yeso sa. They said omuka no. And because Ghana just 1956, 1957 in your independence. 1900 now omuntimi crossing ko ba bia eni ntina me sure say bisa kwa wona na enya kwesi bro ni na tira na de no
so but me pacho me I didn't want to destroy you but we say wonyin to say approfonity so what is the history behind that me person utimi asana auto asana so
Gold Coast no was on the coastal belt, isn't it? Omo free Cape Coast no mo ba Accra no mo mpona no eno kra no ankranfo na semfantefa no mo forest mu no na abrofo no interaction ankasa no nisa if you omo school kra no mo tete ye no sebe na ye molatofo no ne omo kakra na ye den ekobie so omo di ye so pa de na chese nka wo se omo na running the whole economy ye school so ne bibia no omo na wo se omo ye den omo ba ha 14th century. How many people, how many Ghanaians in a core school in the 14th or 15th century? In the 18th and 17th, how many Ghanaians in the core school? Even as we talk now, Ghanaians, to do say na course classroom, broni na chire na de. Enti obi kase we di so a na che say all the 300 years ni nyina no mo baby a o call police station abroni wo ho o e say the omo ye African Americans no they live in that culture ye no nte sa na ye remote and omo church history ni so mo di mo so nti we say the average person won sua history no nim say because broni be di mo so be 500 years na baby a na wote ho menye sure say me na amosua me na amosua wote ase wo nyine no because broni ankyere na de o or be 90 years or say. So what if man vice maybe 90 years class say what if man say. Mami more and I make a point. 2023 man was 90 years. That's about 1933. 1933 no. Nipa say na wo Ghana na kwasi bro na chiro made. So even sorry cry say agin hini wo ha nipa say na ne kobie. Omo na omo pona no. Kepos metiase Emina metiase Kita Accra but dodo no ana omo ni puna na omo wo forest no very few na na interaction with the white so anything na sebe wo hwe culture kra na wo ba Ghana wo hwe culture what the forest area different from the coastal belt in many times tomorrow so ba Accra wo zaman for person ka brofo bere but wo sebe forest one brofo bi no culture no still there. The only reason culture na a bit affected school almost at here our more insist say yem fa brofo na nyeden enkyere yade which me dwen say ho na 18 1957 Ghana population about 4.55 million people. How many na timika brofo? How many na she suit so about time? Same crown na kwa sorry. In this hamre no menye sure say na ebenya more than 10%. It is a Kwame Nkrumah muso mu say okay brofo no yem pese mo ka medimaka. But the best me you bet me the actually am yankofo ate no mase the local language can normally be below one kekoi so enti sabe oba me mikromu a basically ni so this because that memory direct interaction no nentisa now we share your history no mukura na we hear time am be fa prempe ekoi ya omo sade na baaye no there was the Asante Kingdom, there was the Gokos, there was the Northern Territory, there was the Transvolta area. And the women in Abeka Bomini say they form Ghana. So, enti uko baby bra entutu no and I'm just also a church mu ye na enko forte ase. Saba ya wonza kwasibro ni bedi mo so e wo hefa time say. Na kwasibro no fa ba ko a obeka tse so fa 20. Neno na ye nyina ya so musisia na obedi ye so na ye force ye ho se o se botai ye force ye o se cambrofo ye force ye ho e kire ye ho European history more than even our own history. So and when I produce the people are going to say maybe we've been conquered. But direct conquer there be in any year. And tesa.
Okay.
So na fa hu de nyebro na de mai. Even slavery gra nyebro na etwam. Nkrofo na koye. Opa ko the history of Haiti. This elite sankrofo ni nyina no o senke kire yen but yen kire yen nse be kire yen European hwan be kire wo mu nyina nti bo se yen krofo no education na defeat mentally but not so much physical control and the institutions o masete a o dey control ya se nti me dwen se o se ti ase sa na se bi no obi ko a na wanti o mo ni Asante ekon how many times no mo we ne ye as because if the guys say oh you so but me no go by 5 times and no go for the beka mo ho ansa na wotin ya bibie go for two free the whole world and so the beka just say dimo so na so say dey ya je tu because the power there was say broni to share history ni ya won say there be entisa na wono na ye dey e kire wo sa me mom de sa na meti ase na sabe so bi di usokura na wo pese wo kire wo ma no ma because broni wo di nguko kura na wo kire ne ba wonta Obekani kakani. Bayeno. Obekani nyina just go. But one odi go onka. Ye bono aboze no ordinam. Ye bona on kan baby. Kakra bi ye advantage ye no be ye. Ye de this anti we tie obeti ase no wafa bibi aso oboa na ndisa. Timi me dwese se mo dwese mo di go baby kura na. Da bi nye no wo sa mo kire mo crofo tag. Wo kan wana wo so kan kumdie no be 10-20 times. Who say yes, we are also powerful. And I think that is the history. ɔsɛ kyerɛ yɛn nkurɔfoɔ.
Wow. Yo, Mr. Benako, yadasi. Ebusia and confusion ayade. We are really going to delve deep to say you tell me about pre-colonial, during colonial, and then we're going to go to post-colonial. Into your wasam and your kana. Asem bako Benako kaya. I am a ding na me please me repeating. And they say, I'm possible reading Kugwa. Okay. America. Yes, that's true. I know there.
Yeah.
I know two ways. Wait, yeah, Columbus eba has no. Omo ye Indians no mo ha omo ye omo bone. Bone omo ye omo say omo konya they were not able to defeat them because the Indians were so smart. Omo say one more tena your friend is saying we baby ye near way no. One more tena mo for so long. Ena abrofo no afa na omo ba. Into omo ya so person mo defeat omo. Omo wo a lot of a year on fast somebody defeat abrofo. So what they did, they came up with a plan. Say, okay, and go forward. No, you say you did or do, and they defeat one. So what they did was, I'm going to be a friend of Kuntu, and you can comfort and tomorrow able to do the I will back and you tell you so, Sadia, America, aye. And I said, baby, I will, I brought baby, I will, and you tell you so. Ghana said, baby, some money, what? It was your way, I should become, because a sooner woman, a very be a cotton, and more moon tackle on the end of the year, those square, you found comfortable. And what they did was that a member, a war, your friend is saying, Indians now, Omoya Branano, so just no. Omo, Crawford Hambo, and I'm not so yet. I want my ebam, Monye, Namofa, and Katam. Omoji, I dear Chin and member Munina, Omo, somebody drew a good. Way a idea, Obi or T America be an ending, say, and I'm fast or Mokoya. Into Mutimi shine, I said, Jafono, as what, Emma Mutimi a defeatee, Wamo. Now, don't put any Munina, and yet territory beyond Omugene. Where Brits are fast and American. Eventually, other Europeans also buy. The Germans came. America, you will state before Maryland, who come baby for baby German town. China for them, Washington DC, or baby for Chinatown. New York, yeah, now I want Statue of Liberty DC, even though I was in so before the Hudson River. It does between New Jersey and New York. I also, because America first, your friend is capital, you know, New York. Also, France for and French abroad, and it could do also. Even America 4 years or more Jomo or Pamo Britain abroad in the 1876 1776 1876, you know. In my conscience assessment right now, I stand to be corrected though. Louisiana, one of the states here. A children of Mokoto Ifri, your friend say French abroad. And the Bibiana, almost sure in the history book. Woman, no, Nelson Mon Canty may come at your for some to say. Yanni, your chrome idea, and pa, and Crofre no idea. Massa, Omutimiko, even in a history, you could box and reality. American never could be near Bonnie from Wabas, Derry, Uba Catcher said, Yamu, woman, was shame. Una boom. Na omoyi e wona fi ho nti obanso a CNN fo ne nwa fo na me kono ho na wo ko to kwane ko so ya hwe mo basa na wo mo jai your friend say wo mo de no ko na ye ko bo mo ne de o masa ya to go baby nti ya de a abrofo no aye sa de no na wo de ato omo matrem nti America ye omane a omo accept defeat Vietnam war masa ade e de ye grofo we no but e krom ha afibia so a wobekọ airport no na yede enkrofo a na entokwane mu no omonya sojafo a omukọ front omukọ like first front line ebia no ye cook obi wo na oto atade obi botwene ma dia omanko wo ni bia omo etu na nkunkum omo no wo na yede omo ba Washington DC say omo ye war veterans we nim na kokoma entokwanso ya hwe wo pasa ana omo de tikrom ha omo celebrate sankrofo no uko DC a ye wo monument ye raise edama enipa ya hwe omo na se propra omo chi numpe se tuatua wani na so ye ni Africa ye fe say sumanguru no ne so di ataketa no obi de se kunta kinte no ma ombe ye ayisam ewo America abrochime mase no ye nka omo asem bio ya santi wanom ye nka omo asem bio o ne mpache ye wo ahemfo a omo wo Ghana wo mo di ye friend say Ghana to me aye niema aye memmasem asa de kase kan mensa etimi akon etifiti abofo no enso enei no san profo nyina no ye nkyere e wosuku mu me nua ganafo a mutie ya na se mo hwe se wotie abanone a kyere wo ma wo ya ye boni no ye kan this is the sin the greatest sinner Ghana ni committee and say Ghana ni ense ni krom kasa on ka ofie so be la kwa bra ho sama ye te ho e wo America botimem ana sa botimem bire woni otuntum ohia na yere woni ni tufi woni ne ka akosia na ko bi no mamane no wo de ye nkwan wana wo tene ne ho ne ba no ye hey stop Ghana ni no ne ba na wo kamrafo e de kyerɛ no me ye fere se kobi eni mamane nkwan na me de enchi we ye boko me de afra akora me tema no sa wo sima me tema na wo di bi afio o hu na me mane so na fo ye twon wo ye se wada ma me so be la ko ye no wada ba sa serera no me one de makwara no masa wo be ya wani da wo sa wo ba wada wo de ne to no wo mo be mo akora no sorry awo ba enyo no ba sa wo de mokono ti wo be ka ti mokono man eyin kom okonkom wo ye mo pa mo ne no wo de ye ni nyina na fe ye de manu wo aye wo su wo ye no ka ko tum wo ye na ye temon wo wi afi de mokono e hye no afi wo num so no afi se nafu nyina ye twon wo to wo abete no wo da empani se wo tete aduane bone emma wo ye funu dia ebebodo no wasa enti Ghana fo a yete a control I am not saying say kwase bro ni aduane enye no but mumma ye nkyere ye krom nkwala no me sabe na ko mami nwie we na me misa the next question hwe Ethiopia for one omo wa aduane bi e fa no enjera no yoboto te se fufu ya ye die sa Ethiopia fo yi eturu se omo ye omo traditional ya Ethiopia ni ba bia wodi na aduane Pakistani omo mo from Middle East usro kwa fere me ko college wo school ma Ghana Ifeanyi University no ukobia wo be hia obi a wo free Middle East ya wo go hijab no nyina e wo tire so wa dress finance so awoya eba ne nkrofo hu ne wo be hia Ifeanyi sen Middle East na Pakistani ya na Afghanistan ya wa dress se wo be wo free Afghanistan uko ne fia obeka kire wo se aduane am we ene bedi nkrofo be ye from Spanish omo ka Spanish kasa e wo krom ha sei se uko America Miami e Florida city e Florida se uko through ha obeda ko se wonnim ye fa ne sai Spanish wontimi ka Spanish kasa wontimi tra ho so much America Spanish ni on tebrafo Spanish ni yo to say Mexico for no Ghana ni ani tete viso mu nyamo ye white and so even no kala ni white but one on tebrafo on tip point on timi ready on timi kenkan okoti ye bi so okoti license ese fa interpreter e de man Lionel Messi wo kasa e o publica obeka no kasa adon Ghana ni bi bisa se me dia de ma me pe Messi asem ne se Messi no wono wo kasa on kabrafo no wo kan krom kasa I say aw ay Kofi Kenata awara e bele wanti kasa me say bele was it what do you mean by bele me say bele to say who of no dia well I want to know somebody no say who told you that these are uneducated African yeah what here was say Messi no ono odi ebuo ma ne krom kasa because we are Messi he is very much aware of who he is or chebe be free what the Brazilian press na yeah you interviewer when you start here oh please man when you want to start no krom kasa
wala you go for it or no cry better brofo no mu ye bi brofo no sa what say
ya na
bisa ko won say obi a sebe o preso o ka brofo o ka French bia no hwe economy nim o mo da fo because woni identity a untimi enye yeda yedie ye ka mo ma munya bi nti obi pese odi usu a o attack your identity tumo se yetimi raise Ghanaians e o mo ye proud wo de ka brofo ma wuduru ba bi a utimi ka wo kasa no woni je ho wo ka wo twi wo ka wo Hausa wo ye proud wo na o mo nyina timi ka o mo ne den because any den ye de TV ase Nisa kwasi broni fa so a. O kan kasa na o hye na tade na odi na duane nko a. Onim se wa fa so awie. Wo ho nye ne hu da. Onim se da o kasa da wo beda. O kasa gina ho be gina o kasa kɔ wo be kɔ. Onim. Nti na o ho onsuro o ba na o ka America brofo bibre no kwasi broni onsuro. But wo de o pa start se wo kire no krom kasa. Mo so afa no he otutu. Eni nti na wo musuro wo mo a African Americans o mo ye what America all right, but when also African kwasi broni suro no o he ntutu. Obo ni trinwi mesa kwasi broni suro no. So wo ye o pay me na use a onsuro onim se wo adwen no afa wie. Onim.
Wow. Wow. Now onim. Ma fa bi ntoso. Ma fa bi ntoso. Onim se ukọ wo ba ewo amanone. Na se idin no abode beto no so se profudin enim na abrofo na ba se please what is the Christian name and I say no ka se David idin we no na abode to no na abrofo no masasa na me be say why are they questioning because any parent him Arabs no omode omanya ba so masa onu no so onya ka kire wo se de ba de din de Osama wona aso ko se ba from grandma what do Osama into omo ti kroma and yet na say mo bosom ye twa mi na nkrofo ya omo asem LGBT for mo asem ba Ghana ni na America state ne ba ko Minnesota e wo kremofo wo pa e na omo go hia wo se omo celebrate wo ba yi no na kremofo no ko twa mo hia e nti omo stand so mo yo omo ne ma no a no kremofo na Allahu Akbar Allahu Akbar Allahu Akbar Allahu Akbar hono abrofo no hono obi asesa ne wow wow enti onipa bia no se wutimi ehunu identity a eno na etimi identify wo se bi osebo wo de osebo free Africa eba America obebe yefu se osebo wo de odwan free Africa wo ne ba America obebe yefu se odwan nanso wo de onipa nko a onipa da se ni free Africa mese obe na ko ye wo kroma yihia wo Ghana ni a ne fie ye nka twi ewo ho se wo no akọ bi oba fie na no akọ bi a wo se ada na wo akọ bi no wo so e your traditional food na no ya na me ma no wo mo ye bi wo school mu na ye ko ye na ye de jollof rice a Ghana for ko ye ni Ghana jollof bi na me kra de me ba no fufu ne ye de ko ye ni ye ko de fufu e na ye friend say first and krakra e na ye ko nti e no ye di wo cause no obi ade na nti ye ni ye she Ghana tade na me ba no ye de Ghana flag bo ni mu me ba bo ni so ma pam Ghana Africa we ni bi enso e de ama cause obi exhibit ne culture nti ye ko ye no afa ye kope ye jollof rice ni bi dia ye ko ye mo se asa adanya abrafo no atam jollof rice no e de kosie ye ne jollof rice nanso obi ti Ghana se wonu wo pe indomie wonu wo pe me ni chese me hwe sa ne ma nyam se egwade yakopon enso e mo mfi so e wi ase de koso ti look ni nyina ka me besi se nya brofi aye enti me next question atiefo me next question enti na de yakopon twene ba wie e be say what made our ancestors fail for the trap or the lies of our colonizers e de ne ma abrofo no entropium tutache no what my young say enye na ne die so but den one no ye ntimi negate saa de no ewo your friend is saying system no mu say abrofo no be bibi e de tia ye e kwan bi so o maja bibi a e jaje so mti asemisa say e de ne ma o mutimi compensate ye na no in sport of nyansa ene ndia no mo no e ma o mutimi nya chance a mo penetrate a e ma nkwato nyina e ba mu wadalo boy ewo saa kwashi we
the umpa ne say ntokai o ma me convince ye na o mu yisu som this some mo de bai o say before some no be ba before some be ba na nkramofo aba ha o nkramofo e ba ha be 7th century nti major African empires nyina nkramofo na infiltrate ye Arabs no ana mo break no say Ghana empire ni sa no man nyina no mu rem and no more the insurgents in Toka Bibre. In Tabrofo no ba ha by 15th century no na already. Yeah no na ntokwa no adoso nti na I say tribes no so bebre atetete aye nkete kakra na se ye ka se omo buy no omo accept omo na enye gullible sa but ntokwa no buy they say this is out Putin akọ Ukraine ya okun
Ukraine
ntokwa no okun ye se be omo de tuo omo de ship omo de chain ono no nyobi na ye ma omo ameto mfiri ho and omo se ye kra ye tonton ye nkrofo sebe se wokọ baabi na ebi a ade 100 na obi ye 10 na we 90 o ka say ye tony e wo mu say Africa for ni be yes anoma no but the fact is that the omo engineer the structures that engineered this no na nya e before no nya before na trans hye say ye tony ye ko pe abrofo mra na ye tony ye nkrofo ma omo nya no kore many of them kra no omo ko to ahye kro no so no ma hye omo no ma peke mrante ne ma ba wona nyina afiri ho mo di tuo omo di deception minim story bi a na abrofo bi pese omo ko twetwa ekro bi enua omo kwa nana ne so okay ma men consulto nana mo na menhu so mbeti ase omo kwa omo se da bi mo nye omo fa ekire koi omo hia pe obo nse na motia bonhwerema omo ya omo ntimi now ene Ghana ni a wokwa asori se kwase broni to ne mrada very easy because of so many belief system abrofo na change your mind into omo de enye tuo nko na omo de bayo omo de somo no so sa be die so and no omo de break ye more than even tuo into so him pa ohemu a se ai so here Africa for omo kwa asori omo boss itu tai se ka so omo nkoma Ghana anasa Africa ni zakwa kana kure se sa ya santo ananka kwa asori ye so se nko be kwa masantema no ko school go sa no ma obi enu na wadwe na sesa broni ka ma obi dinachi nti medwen so mu yisu sa no ma no so but story na nkasa de enye se yetonton ye nkofo te se de bi mo keka no broni kai toto no ano ye omo engineering omo machination ye system omo hihye ye so mpeso omo de ba ye insurgency ye war no mo ba ye ntokwa na ne yeko ne sa ntokwa ne nya ye ye de ko ene obehu covid ba ye se hu yen kwa ye drone bi omo se bi enso no mo bose se Africa le de ya de be ku omo nyina the way current one 100 years ago make us Africa no come na de omo odro beje yen enso sebe ni pase na oga na omo bo sa pa ne bi ye ya noma na boy ho ban enso broni da che obetwa ntro akase wono nti na ode vaccine ba ye no sponsor bibire o Ghana and nti ne survive ye obeka so history ye ko pa ahemfo no bibire de omo kra twa so bibire history no enye history a e kire se na ye weak people there be a history a kire se na ye very powerful people as a matter of course broni trimu no Africa nya nka ode ja atomafa normal a boy a very complex structure, very complex culture. And a boy a home by beti samri. And yes, a brony per years own person be so no man. Wonya obey. Sabi, drew baby and a holino. And I was a mono resume. Don't have because so super powerful. But Nentesa or call or you so intelligence. Columbus young bonny dean. Or by a mina castle. Oba Oba ho Ghana ni akwara o se Gold Coast akwara o se obi a otese yen na kire ne kwa mana kwa America so history o mon country mo de besie
ube maboye mu kakra asem we de wa ri ababa yo so ube maboye
ya o de ya o say ye no o ka asem na wonte da enye broni na ekanti do onye ntum but wo de ye research
no OGB channel so there we believe in those things no I mean I do believe in the history told by an African.
Okay, so Columbus he came to America. Go check it. No pe kwanya kwa Americans because Americans from Africa we map on here world map on here Africans had been there, they had gone there. So history books are just Africans no more. So answer kwesi bro ni ko
Wow.
Ugo kan yensia na usua Ubetete no money be brave. Okay, come on, I say,
Wow.
I said, we are very advanced people. And we were, and we still are. A lot of the complex medicines that Abrofo use to be brain, your bosom fee, your hair bank of way, and no more polish processing, no more tournaments of war. Because the young run won't know who you're doing. And yet, the Yarene bands are no one. Won't know my who you're the answer, Yarene. I try so bad attack you. Obi was say now there was a stage I know wasn't get me formalize your no money. Now you use sciences near training ye, na honor break ye. And omodo de be famu. And omo catch say technology near BBI demonic. Honey ye jay ye de no. And ye try say be so modienum. And omodian is yentimi use. That is a fact. With the medical doctors, omo try but many Ghanaians, many Africans are still on the herbal medicine. Nekura nyame na boy say at least oma accept him and nipa be produce nro a ebonko for ho by. So the same with any other technology. See the sidan, see the yefuo. Slaves na omo de bebre koye no. Na nye laymen pe o. Or ye wo mo na omo skilled in artifacts, in farming, in war. They pick skilled people. Nye ordinary people no mo pick. Oko America baby be say yes Danny be okra obo hu as the incra symbols for him. Yes, so many see.
Yeah.
So na enti obi be fa nkrofo mo skilled sa. E kire say mo buy na mo you are nothing. Baby. Enti sa. Enti wo hwe otumfo, wo de num hwe kra hwe otumfo mo na hwe ahemfo no ya na mo. Oh, na wo pa hwe normal mo ye. These are not things almost the last 50 years old. These are things that are centuries. Centuries. Almost do occasions be almost the normal BPR. Some of these things are over 500 years. Na science and almost ye. So now we are quite avoid no mutimi.
Wow.
So into obi na ebeka achire wo. Osi broni wo twere. And before twere, at your memory very high. Into normal be ha bia person no aduane ono de menu beto. And kyerɛ sɛ ɔno a one family no anto hɔ na ɔde ne timu no aduane no de ɔde menu to hɔ no ne nya sase ne de one family no anto hɔ because ɔno ne wire fi atsɛm temti no atwerɛ and kyerɛ sɛ wɔn twerɛ a wɔnim nyansa and sɛ yan twerɛ wɔ history na sɛ yɛde ano ka history ne kyerɛ wa it's still transfer of data and kyerɛ sɛ de ɔtwerɛ no nim nyansa se no I don't say yɛtimi accept yɛn ne yɛntimi antwerɛ yɛ history yɛtwerɛ bi wokɔ Timbuktu ne ademo a there are a lot of documents. Thousands. I never see what Google documents or somewhere. You know, complex mathematical formulas. Africans and they buy. I know they are coming university and can't and I'm just says I know man high. Because I know my when you know be a country HN and Crawford. Here so see a country and Crawford. I mean I wish some school no. These were the things I know was in commercial class and much less Einstein and Faraday. Because Einstein, we are not the way. Still technologies. A lot of the things they are attributed to European scientists, you know. Many of them, if you look at the Dinkra symbols in the Sanomai, these are characters of language.
Yeah.
Look at the Chinese symbols. You put them together, you can make a statement. Remember?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same with Sankofanis, the cancer. It was language. Even we communicate with our drums. Now say we'll be unstoppable. Somebody can call him. Let's look at English the last 500 years. Any English today. And yet the same. Let's look at the way they were making, let's say, engine. Then the last 50 years or 100 years. It's improved. And this will be intercepted and can also improve because something here. And the main thing is that Obia you're not doing some more than develop it. And woman wrong orientation. And the mojamo diana bit my boamono. Where Ghana Biblia gold. There were technologies already took almost gold. Find it wrong. In the same heat transfer, temperature. Kebe do timi aye gold, I refine gold amna ye. A omutimi ye normal or tiri piki no akeka bom na ba na ye bibi. If they didn't know anything, the only thing is that obi be intercepting. It's no senke yen structurally and as systematically no hono and omo breaking no. Obi to say a language. Language is language. Say a brofo, say a p. None is more powerful than the other. But why? Because omotimia spreading baby are more ways. Ye dey say ye address the course and can improve. So China for the omodieko, Arabs for the omodieko, Spanish omodieko. Adentina ye to Africa and ask ye come and learn German, come and learn Chinese, come and learn Portuguese. But yen kase adena go Igbo or Swahili or Zulu or Hausa. Na ye the basic language BI is for the. Why? Because ye pese ye training ye say yenkoye jumama broni. It's another form of what? Of labor transfer. It's slavery.
Yeah.
It's colonization. Into your orientation, that is how it is. So we are orientated to see ourselves as a workforce for them. And into the only thing I penny say to establish businesses will make you more powerful. The data to build wealth in those countries in country and for to buy as I had a cleaning here, way security, way, you bet your something pound an hour, a scapa is in Ghana. But to be a business now, we make millions. Say orientation here, then we will look at that.
Skills na wa kwa no. We are was what did so be na I was say minimum say Middle Easterns for no omo backroom say no. Omo be establish omo e wa say. Omo be a lot of companies. Gas station, Ghana was a petrol station, yeah. Majority of them they believe in franchise. In TV say McDonald's no name, Popeyes no name, you know. Wo be hwe be komo no na Pakistani ni bi. One no come be but we are very much aware of who he is into oba. Obeko kwaji loan e dia kwaji sade ni bi. Ono betina fi na onkrofo ayedwuma e de man. But Ghana for any Africa for ayukuma no. Se wo pese wo percentage ya ye bibi ewo kwese kokora promo. I don't think say be do 1%. Arawo sema eno no. E kire se ye mu bebre wo ba yaba nanso we are highly uneducated. Anything ama ye behave sa no. Asema me kai obi tiba bi kwa ni bofo. Obi twero comment say masa wonim dia wokaka. Na me IT person. Wonim sika me within a year. No. Sika dia obenya but money is not everything. Nim dia ene dia nyama. Se wonye sika nyina akora no a wo hia obi a wonim dia na watini aboa ama wutika no watimo manage those things. Na nka Bill Gates wati woni nyobi na be yeduma e dia ma no. Ana Warren Buffett no. Ana Mark Cuban no. Ene obi and Kubisa wants to replicate no one on to any baby no. He need people from one him dear and no some and ayeka. So we are here to help you to think. We are here to bring the best out from you and not the worst out from you. And you're some for them before Muntie the can ye. Namonia no NC money. Well, oh my God about channel so OGB for short. Ebusia na producer patch up put your drive for MI and Ebusia percentage agent Ekakrebi. Sikano so about 80%. You develop a community at the amount because ODB a non-profit organization. ODB right now, Mukiga. ODB right, well, no, ne. ODB right, Yankasa Yedi. Over to me, I visit your website www.ogb-right.com. www.ogb-right.com. ODB right, Yankasa Yedi in here. Yo, Abusia, Mama Yanko, you come to Dresso, and check near the agro baby here. And Penny say, agro aideno, na adianso esa, I could before. Inti ye kwa next question so na ye yatwe yenia many obenda ko awuramu na what the boss na what chips mo edema yo Mr. Obenda ko the next question will be why is the repercussions of slavery still hanging over people of color, in this case blacks worldwide? So ba America haya etuntum for e bo mo nyere e wiase ba bia mama ma typical example say na be ye for better simti ball aye boy soccer and football aye boy one say and now no ye England for ball tournament bia etuntum for bi no a omuko ball panel omo say no eduru wona ehun sama koye bibia wo na nse omo ye bi ma footballers bi kra wa walking away from the pitch. Spain and assembly is here. They are there a tensi wapa. Enti me question is say ye were tuntum for America crowd tuntum be di America for so. As say the first ever female the vice president. America we president unye ne paketwa. Sani ma we nyina akoso. Ye will be to say Michael Jordan no, Michael Jackson no, will be to say Shaquille O'Neal no, will be to say we LeBron James. Ye nya enkrofo a tuntumfo a wo be gidini was asase we so. Kire say otuntum so is capable. And regardless of how hard we are trying no, baby no, ye kwa ye the last of the pecking order. Into what aroma. MC ya pone ho kakra. Ubetimi aboye actually di ntia etesa e wo biase no boni bi na tuntumfo ye enu ntina ma nyama wi etesa anas eye dumi numi bi na ya bi ye se ne nkofo bi agi se etinye no ana question am bi sa no minim say question we no might sound a little bit funny but obi otie e bi asa no na twen eye no ti wararoma the floor is for you. Thank you.
All right. Enye medase misakwa enye no me eye normal omode di yeso no sa normal no nsesan normal omode share yeso no sa normal no nsesan say omosoma omode baaye no kra omanka wosom no mu omosi nyame eye broni yesu ye broni bonsam ye tuntum no sa teaching no kire se jawaja pade nyina wo soro na you are being free we are see so no abra wono no hyehyɛ ne de wa ha no sa message no interpretation of the man no the same message no the start here no na etokoso to ukoye school mu ukoye nsori mu the same thing 1948 no almost started so much a lot of these institutions are running this modern world. It's a World Bank, IMF, some company institutions are before you sure omo de ye juma ema omo interest omo friend in the world but it's the white world organizations omo the world they are to any nyina global nyina no in other ways abrofo. There was a time and CNN and Greg as almost say we reach the world and Africa. So in the mind of Bruni, Africa nka ho. Tuntum nka ho. Now, kanchi fo no be je chinye sa but entity mu ne ade nyina no sa na kire. Enti eno nkyere se yentimi ne ho. Eno nkyere se yentimi nko. Eno nkyere se ye be je se ya kosi awie ye da bi. But untimi nsolve ade a wonte ase. Now, this white power structure, control sikani media ni bibia no before, especially here West Africa, you deny say it even exists. Now, say so yare, let's see intimi who yare and faribaya intimi ma drama ni. The major problem I deal with continue is because it's hard there causes anoma in ye jidi se ni ho. Na ye be ten crack as there be no maybe nankophobia no me there be. And this nipa bronia ye ne ba wi ase no particularly ono omo pare no omo nya encounter wo mo nyintum se ye nipa no omo asan ja tum se bone omo di no se ye kosro ana se omo bie mu kakra bi a ye do meto form and as a matter of omo nim se ye no mo gina na se ye no mo toto na se ye fair ground wa e mu ba ko betima for mu 100 e obi bia mu whether it's sports, whether it's science, whether it's business, intelligence no very high. The problem is data no model na edienya and institutions or mashishe. For instance, look at Africa. 1.3 billion people. How many countries? 54 countries. How many currencies? How many passports? China is about just 1.5. One president, one currency, one passport. It is a mere business where Hana say you permit me to be a call. For instance, Africa one country. Permit me to be a South Africa easily. To be a Nigeria. I have all this market available to me. Now, look at all these restrictions. We could have Ghana passport, other African countries, I mean, to me, now, so okay, economic development, migration, or is part of it. We took a maybe. We see an answer for Africa restricted. How many Ghanaians going to be a Kotogo? Oko Hokrana, Casabena, Coca. One a bachelor of French. So, structurally, Abrofono, she shares Sanoma when you know, Sebeya. We will find it difficult to really go as a group of people. Number one threat, Bronimu, and it's Africa for Nina Becabo, and Intina Casa, Omode Casa, the geographical separation, the passport, the normal bebre. Am I training in ISA will be a penny? African Americans in Ghana and I say African, can you pabako? Cause all Mukran, cause one amount of motin more than ye. To bet me a bit more bomb than ye. Well, bet me I don't know I was a medium in Africa. And so it will be a junior, the Kosovo Israel. Far will be a Britain here, or the Kosovo, there will be American, Bruni was the Mina British, a fan. The Kosovo England and I say Ireland, Biano, follow. But will be so of free her coin on fire. And Timono, I can't hunt in a sabi, ama 90 Timonos a plant, a system. Now, see a bit much your one. In Kabomu, in Kabomu, was a Kabum. Intellectually, physically, in commerce, in trade, in everything. See, I address you who say you need Pabako. Now you make it for say a kind of woman. There's no way because BB shall say be anywhere we Brofo, don't much as be anywhere we as a matter of fact, we projected the next 50 years. Africa will be more than half of the world's population. A Brofo population, it can't go as young there. Can we ask Boma? Omodiano, Omon was Abi, a coffin. China for Crown Modican and Cracofom. And with the next 50, 100 years, Africa will be just about 70% of the world's population. And out of that is strength. And maybe 5 years, 10 years, we may not see all this. But with time, because here can America money, I think, nobody, I brought some nobody. I check almost 340 years or 300 to 400, 500 years of damages. It won't take 1 day or 2 days to correct them. But when you look far, Bones say there's no way we will not overcome these things. We will. And what is important is say what we know, so that if it may raise a generation, they are equipped to fight for themselves. No matter the structure, somebody go who knowledge you can fight. Our people can build businesses in America, no matter the discrimination. They can build businesses in England. They can build businesses in China, in India. What is important is almost they have the truth about themselves, and they have the truth about the environment that they operate from. And that truth, the moment they become aware, we will produce the people who will fight and become wealthy and powerful, no matter what. Because truth is stronger than lies. Light is more powerful than darkness. And the truth is that we are powerful people. It's just the data, no say.
Wow. Wow. It's such a powerful statement. So my follow-up question on that would be, whom should we blame? Because abrafo. So who should we blame? Because look, the repercussions of it is so huge and so mind-boggling. Yes, I agree, sir. Knowledge and a bit mama yet me fight it through. And what probably is not going to take, 1 day or maybe a short period of time. It will take probably years for us to get to where we want to get to. But my question is, for the sake of argument's sake, should we blame ourselves? Because it's like most of us are talking on social media. Everybody think that Neo Canon never say UBT. You go to Ghana, Obia wetness social media, no people or prescabonima. OGB, who can do baby say in Nipa generation. Yeah, philosophy. And this is what informed the formation of OGB. Say yes, save the next generation. Our target is not the current people, or more to say. We are not disrespecting anybody. But me, Jim, you know, such a will say, generation when they want at least will be when you're 40 and above the armor. One more, I drain education at Omania. A better taste a bit to me, decode those information over more. But maybe a generation be a fair no facing, and answer those who are going to come. This interview, say, will be better before interview abo. That should be a yenny so. And somewhere you can wait a bit more open doors for them. Because maybe information available to them might not be what is available to us right now. Into what aroma, many questions maybe son say, why na ye blame one year for so one common? Young Cassayon say our inability to do any maybe. And as I say, what aroma, now you are young last question or so.
I will say, how do we understand the situation? Because sometimes in our bid to explain, people will say you are blaming. No. And if you really have to blame, Bruni na ashisha such structures when you know. No, they go so. No, ashisha. No, no, aside can how about catch them say equality and human right. Sabe, why na teach African?
Berlin Conference.
Germany. That's right. And ochiche mu na ye tia. Yini mu hwe, no mo de share kom. This president mo practice it and or camera for any policy no muhadia. Hana de be share kom. Why can educating for more power on making a change no man? And then can open blame there those who design these structures are more responsible.
But why would you let them? Why would we look now we know. Before probably maybe we didn't know. So now we know. It be like discussing. What should we do?
We really don't know. Go to Abelempe today. Go and see how many are you looking for visa. We still don't know. Go to American Embassy today. We still don't know. If we say we know, we are deceiving ourselves. Watch our TV.
Really?
Look at what people. No, we don't know. Look at how many Ghanaians in America who talk negatively about their own country. We don't know. No. With the same system that produced people who saw themselves as inferior is still in place. Look at the businesses in Ghana. So Broniban or your business, look at how the support we give them. And look at the support we give to our own people. If we say we know, I don't know if we know. I really don't think we know. Because the people who know will fight for themselves, will come together, will talk good about their people. They will be a proud people. They will be confident. They come together and fight. That's the people who know. As I see it, our behavior shows that we don't know. Because for me, knowledge knowledge is not what solution about. It's your resource. If you know, say I'm a minimum car, and yet the HLM classroom, me fakara me the basic questions na mako. Resource never just a minimum. Me say minimum surgery ya, you do be to a me amana ye, I'm what transit, and it's a minimum. That's the higher form of knowledge. Resource, the works of your hand. The proof of your knowledge is the work, is the resource, is the productivity. And this is anymore. Mra beshe, and then mra see no. We so the mama mu no problem. Resource no way.
I say when the matter, when them you him, I don't worry now. Who be what? Platform is but look, that is a very look. It's a valid argument to make because results no better when the ODB channels so na ye can will be awesome. Look, you answered it correctly. Well, now me bo, let me ask me person sign because when they get to make me here a year for a year for
Of course.
me question person say we keep talking about those things all the time. Okay? And are you basing your argument to say because you make effort to tea and we do not name no now because look, there are young people face the country for freedom fighters. These are all people more kasa ewo social and media so. We share Ghana ni ewa kwantu masa. Adano nkrofo bi frame no bisa me say Africa e dey parentina enyema ye wo nyina no ye ho esan kire ye. Metumu se na omadwene asi na omo ho kire wo. And I'm beside those questions now. Now, based on question number the question might sound damning, but that's the reality. That is what somebody's thinking. Your mentality is your destination. That's where you live. Into whatever can we boom. Now, it's a full of question. Mean to was be a tear for me. Because we are talking about it. It means we know that's what we're talking about it. It means
no, we are not. For somebody to ask you. No, for somebody to ask you, say Africa with all the things that we have. Why are we where we are? It means that he's ignorant of the structures that run the world.
Okay.
That educate us. Okay. They are ignorant. That's a fact.
Okay.
Besides our questions, so you don't know what is happening. And I said
the whole
yes. Why? I just broke down to you. You call us Africa. Is Africa a country?
Okay. No.
It's not a country.
It's a continent.
It's a continent. with 54 nations separated, with World Bank going everywhere trying to tell them, come and take loan. And they know that this loan, if you take, you will never be free. They know it. And they have educated these people. Many of these guys who run our economy were educated by them. So if we say we know, what knowledge do we know? Because proper knowledge will bring you freedom. So if you know, you will have freedom. So if you still have questions, it means that what you know is not what you have to know. There is more to know than what you know. Wow. Because for you to ask this question, it means that you don't know what is happening. The truth shall bring you freedom. Okay. So if you are not free, you don't have the truth. That's the place.
Wow.
If you are confused and frustrated and asking these questions, it means the truth we still have not found it. Because if you find the truth, we will go. And the truth is that there are structures that have been set to continue to keep our people at this level of ignorance and economic bondage. That's all. Ochina so ba tuntum or America. So kaso ope president edia. The fight will be more than so Bronia.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not Africa. They say it's the land of the free. So if Obama the president, you cannot deny these facts. You have to know the facts, and then you can position to win. Obama ne mama Bronia ne papa ye tuntum. Hwese omusititi no. So Obama ye Broni pe can no man be bro or can be fan hodi. These are facts. Is it a blame?
Yeah.
If it's a blame, so be it. But it's proper understanding of the situation. And on our can because of mama and come from wrong education, you know. When you say these things, they say that you continue to blame the people, the left-handed, they have not left. Come to Ghana. And here from a country, just I know the freedom, so still IMF. Do we understand the game? Look at our retail industry. Who are those? Look at our financial sector. Just the other day, Ghana, the international bodies came, graded Ghana, and then nobody wanted to even give them any money again. The economy tanked. Can't you understand these things? You can blame Akufo-Addo, but it's far more stronger than him. There are things that also Odoye, no doubt about that, because if he's aware, then you will not go to them. You build something different. But surprisingly, the Onimuno Chilesa also call. So who do you blame? It's a very complex question. Wow. But I would say, for instance, we'll hear African Americans. You say, they have tried to build industries that were shut down, bent. They have incarcerated a lot of their men. They have empowered some of their women. They have to look at even the education. They don't know whether they're Africans or Europeans. Look at how they see themselves. Yeah. They continue to fight. They have broken them. And it's not only them, they are us as well. Look at our TV. I shall brown hair. And they are the ones that we are showing constantly on our TV. What do you think the next generation will become? And this is what we promote. We promote Mambet, we promote football. A country that has to industrialize. We are not showing industries on our TV. We are not showing technology. The best, we are even doing quiz in the air. Science in the air, quiz. So, do you see it?
Hey, I saw about that.
So there are critical things that we are not aware. There are critical things that we are not aware. And when you bring them up, they say you are blaming. We are not blaming. We are saying that understand the fundamental. If you don't get the foundation right, you will continue to be here for the next 1,000 years. Because the foundation is wrong. Wow. And so, see who complexity now a woman. Magufuli was trying to liberate his people. He was killed. Kwame Nkrumah helped. They took him out. Mugabe, they took him out. Anybody who ever tried to help us, to wake us up, they take you down. Look at Malcolm X. Look at Dr. King. Anybody who has ever tried to liberate the African people, you must be strong. You know, we have to understand this. They come from religion, they come from everywhere. And it's true to him now, I may see and crop for so perpetually a born servants. And that is why they have replaced it with religious knowledge. So you see, religion is everywhere. When everybody is developing in terms of technology, the most important thing to us is religion. So how do you expect us to go forward? Because you can't pray to bring technology. You can't pray for this phone to come to reality. No, it's technology. There's a certain knowledge you must have. But now they are telling you that this knowledge is not important. Just get religious knowledge and pray. God will do everything. Somebody told us that. So can you blame these people who have been lied to? I'm not sure. You can only help them. It's like blaming the woman who has been raped. It was your fault you were raped. And you are pushing her to start to walk. She's bleeding. You can't blame Africa.
Wow.
You can't. Wow.
All right. Indeed, you cannot. Ebusia, na yedi komotuchene ebeye. We're going to deal with the last question. We really have to take everything out from him. What answer most of the critical questions? You have to play it over and over because there's a lot to unpack. But challenge and person man is what you do after hearing this, after listening to this, is what matters most. Many times, and some will yeguni, and then we'll go and sleep and do nothing. Change does not come unless we do something. Kwame Nkrumah the ombe ya mutuma susidi no. OGB say maybe the team was weak, was infiltrated, or maybe the people. And not that OGB in here calling for unity of purpose. Look, say what mean any problem united. Unye nipa 100 no omadwe baako and na some united. Resilient na ekuta obono. They can stop millions and even billions of people. Done a nipa millions are omadwe no obi ade na baby. Politics atiti entem. Ya beto aba monhwe the politics edeba. We simi wa ha. If you were etimi tu onu ankasa ni tenant ya wona tram. All in the name say we wa ha na we wa ha. About religion, nyame ne ye baako pe, nanso different churches. Na se baby ye nyina ye kɔ, if we are all heading towards the same destination, why must we have different ayi? Send them so be da kɔ kan, say nyama bi wa yenim na yenim so a, we don't have the whole truth. Baby kakra bi na yenim. Yemu bi kasa on social media, kakra bi yenim. The yenim ne ye kan. Say yenim beyond what maybe we'll do something different. May start in the monologue. Me say, ya whenever me no untimi enya hu bibia change and time untimi control. So we control those things no abusua emubedi. Say ade ye betwe, say ade ye besa, say enzuo beto, say mframa bebo. Me nim say what technology bia e betuma stop enema etesa no. Say bibi sa wo wa e bia ebi basase so. Enema wo e natural. There are certain between aya nimdia so be na koka ho sa nimdia no na betuma nature ankasa ye betuma ye eniema betuma line iso na Africa etima liberty na ho. The first point of entry no the unity of what purpose and kabomua but I attachly Africa ye individualistic action intibabutu sisoko no lolumba no your friends Kwame Nkrumah no Gaddafi no eni maybe omo ye Mugabe no ni omo ye ya abrofo sala no mo a ye tuntumfo nimdi ayi ninti ye say Yesu broni agedi ene mama ndi bonko sa theory no hwe obroni ni kura wo ye actor no ye sa de no na nsem wo de atake bi ba wo say efri ne ko enkofo nyi ne pictures emfri asore dem na wonipa bible no kura ba bi ka se ye fa ye ho entuno menka do no to nipa so na onipa da seni a yede na kwaye movie a yahye da twe obibi say abakosem bi ebae enti obi emehye da na onye nema no eno yaje di na abusiafo ya dwen ehefa na wo we anya de say obi caution we really just believe no That is the hard truth I was saying. Come and say, we are here to speak to the truth and make argument. And in somebody here, these are questions we must interrogate. Obi country say, I saw now, and yet, and I'll be jai. Yes, there has to be also but it should based on your culture, your history, and your tradition. Bible, you read the book of James, and your tradition, Leviticus, Numbers, Jewish culture, Jewish tradition. Upon no mucha those and your tradition. And in the for your tradition in the Old Testament, no may be seen there. The Jew in Sika and Sana Sikanunko and non-Jewish person. One philosophy say, I was for Jew for at least 3 and some Sana Sikan Ako will be a Jewish person. And they are holding on to this tradition. I have a Jewish friend, and that made Maka on authority say, Sana Jew for your money. We African here. I didn't just say we African. What makes you say you know your identity? A lion will always be a lion. A chicken will always be a chicken. Because can be the notion of what's one. There is something that identifies our M1. African ya utini. Ghana ya utini. At the end of the way, Ghana, when ni aba hoso. Uti abruche, we will go from when I say proper, what you no pay. Say to your wedding. Now they ought to go punching. Now the son of you. So be nako. I'm a name up a abruche mema. Nippon be see a dan kwa this Africa. When near King said, I don't miss him come. This is the man a man, a apartment, was mere self-contained. When we are, what Poby, I got them. They were clear bills. A down renovation by here. Send upon I was some say, Obi from on it, Oba Africano. When Diabrosua, maybe 2 months. And you'll be at the Juma a year. Because if no near is about a point go the Emerald and he may be. Intino Ba, into a down your friend of funeral. That's you if no grab penny any Joe and I said you back out say go if you know feel the quarter park is area asho my own ice ni na an area it work for now we are sell ban who buy an asoko even you yeah mobro approach for yeah mobro. This is why OGB is calling for unity of purpose. So I mean we're going to take the last question. You different but you percent here for in your message your last question I bisa and it said, what should we, blacks and Africans, do to liberate ourselves? And then I was saying to liberate ourselves. And then at this time, what do you think should supposed to be the pathway forward? Yeah, going forward, no. If you be in a home, in a society, in a community, in a country, you bet the trajectory of our mentality, of our thinking, of the way we do things, or the mundus operandi of typical Ghanaians, I bet me and no bet must set the pace for a change to come in the near future. What are then I conclude.
Okay, Zauko, that's it. Major say, so be the Obicha on track also penocre. Na you didn't see your hunkaprano or see a check. So bet the book. And the internet here by social media, you didn't say you're quarantine a buy. Nipa bebre o phone so first bar this and GTV enti sansem na ebeboa ma ye nkrofo adwen aba ye ho so na ya accept say nyame aboye yie no sansem na o se ye nyina kakra ye nim na o se ye kire na ye o se ye hu se sika so ye o se ye pebie enye de ye adwuma mo bia pia ye kape be bia businesses ne worth or investment won ye nko bi so wo Ghana ha so wo America so wo England so wo Canada. One yes, I would take $100,000 a year and take good, Debbie. Or more be a sediment on one chair. So will be a manufacturing plant. So will be a real estate company. So will be a retail shops. And the uncle 4 year or more the country economy no. Or see it to me come. Now you cherry a massa. And this all to talk about be a doctor, be a lawyer, copy be a human Debbie. I ye be a check. Economic power is economic war. And all was here again. To ban so you are not just start a business that push it on or we invest your person or 20 BBA pushing on man support no uncle and your car need dying and a bit my yet as a race yet me a dinku and good there be a economic war and soon sika we are say sabe will be a found mum na entitia o motete nyina no sabe ya o mefa yinum which means o motete sabe ya ye behia or see a my haunted tia, Chessy and call for no a bit more power. We go for ownership. Now, Medwin said, no, see United States here. So we should teach our history, and we should teach finance, we should teach wealth creation, we should teach our people how to think to solve problems. Here. And yes, BBA now will change the even those who have organizations, religious, no, you should know say the Bible will bring better muno. The better one, or better or sabi or train me. She won't call for someone train yami no me to one among. Aye, baby. So, Nanya say yami better out, Debbie. Why, ye BBA, a dinshira ba, unyanshira. So you catch a young crowd, sir. Nemen for any to a buying society will be a president, I'll be, correct. So systems no more every 4 years, here did millions, ni billions, equal election, cry, and answer Maya Munisika. Monamos, yes, a Munisika. Then a multi-year election every 4 years. Now hospitals, moons, acquire money. A chess system no follow up. Over catch. To make my follow 100 years, still no more catch. To go some mining companies out on the buffer. The no was a tenant. A tray and mofra, no more moody, is a mine no company no one was a muye. Retail company no organ was a muye. You can't afford the more moody can I say you chroma. You say, yeah, more free man. No, say, ye be beer or ye be timid, not yet their support or more mutusa na more way. And he was say, ye back home. And yes, ye can't boom ya ko ye ya to riding. Ye can't boom ko ye dear because a honor of their fire. Betima today, betima sorry, betima consider no problem. But that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that we are being a soul and come with ma. As any panel, when you control wagging or control sika, you control women. You want only for Hundia. To see a Pafahundi party to come from economic empowerment of our people. And this is also a church. And then a day, a man called for Zwebuyen. Factories and China for and changing.
Wow. Yo, Mr. Bendako, Sabrina, a tier 4 near before. A high and never drop the curtains down. My main fire sponsors no Emra. Now, maybe members of Bendako the last week, I said initially, we decided a question about a Nema or year, say. First time, no, I'm say book on WhatsApp and your kaya. And names a book on one son, cat book on WhatsApp. In teams of Bendako, or a truck shop, and some person or canino. Obeka channel so the person man say OGB say wo send e bibia no ye the two platforms so adakura me refi no me na ye crofo ni bi because now they know you na me say we are part of Omagana back because we are all heading towards the same direction. It might be a different methods now so who be nya say e beti ase ye OGB ni de ye time will be so long as ade a wo ye e bit liberate the next generation because I believe say the wo ye no will target the next generation, which is the future. Say be a cow, any the obedi, need obey. I believe say maybe at this time no, and Kabaka said, once so you have arrived. Now, so what did he say? Only baby I want home. And it's a wonkuma because I won't go away. Number one, you attract unwarranted attention. Now, but when you attacks and so, your penny for almost started so almost celebration. No, Kwame Kuma say, me share near maybe away and send your kika. Some at that time no. Na obenya time say ene ya ene ye mu bi tiase ya ke bi ya beka say opening ensem troto na ye mfa because ade ba ko mahu say abrofo no ade di ya pro ne say obroni die no obe reveal ni secret ade a kirewo ye ne betra ko se broni krom no kwan yo mo fa so obonya musika no they don't teach us omo nkire school omo kire e ofie obroni to obroni obeka kire no ba so bibi ni ko mo masa onye those things da atuntum for the woman